Take a deep breath and look at the world around you. Have you ever wondered why some people walk into a room and instantly command respect? It is not because they were born lucky, and it is not because they have a special gift. It is because they mastered the invisible art of communication. You see, your life is a direct reflection of the way you speak to the world and to yourself. Most people think communication is just about talking, but they are completely wrong. True communication is about the energy you carry and the space you create for others. Your words are like seeds that you plant in the minds of everyone you meet. If you speak with doubt, you will harvest failure, but if you speak with intent, you will build an empire. Think about the way you talk to yourself when no one is listening. The internal dialogue you have every morning is the blueprint for your entire reality. If you tell yourself you are not enough, your voice will shake and your presence will fade. But if you master your inner voice, your outer voice becomes a weapon of mass influence. We live in a world where everyone is waiting for their turn to speak, but nobody is listening. If you want to stand out, you must learn the art of active silence. Listen not just to the words people say, but to the emotions hidden behind them. When you give someone your full attention, you are giving them the most valuable currency on earth. Do not just reply to be heard, listen to understand the soul of the person in front of you. This is how you build deep trust and unshakable connections in a shallow world. And when it is your turn to speak, do not hide behind complicated words and long sentences. Clarity is the ultimate form of sophistication, and honesty is the ultimate form of power. Get to the point and speak your truth with a steady heart and a calm mind. Remember that timing is everything in this game of life. A word spoken at the right moment can change a destiny while teach. Now that you understand the power of your words, we must talk about the shadow side of communication. Most people can talk when things are easy, but very few can speak when the pressure is high. The true test of your character is not how you talk to your friends, but how you speak to your enemies. And more importantly, how you handle a conversation when you are angry or hurt. The world is full of reactive people who let their emotions drive their tongue. But a master of communication knows that silence is often the loudest roar in the room. Before you react, ask yourself if your words will improve the silence or just make it worse. Control your breath, and you will control your mind. And once you control your mind, you control the room. Stop trying to win arguments and start trying to win hearts. An argument won at the cost of a relationship is a total failure of your influence. Learn the art of the difficult conversation, because that is where real growth happens. Do not run away from the truth just because it is uncomfortable to say out loud. Speak your boundaries clearly so people know exactly how to treat you. If you do not respect your own words, no one else will respect your presence. Think about the tonality of your voice, because the same sentence can be a hug or a dagger. Your tone is the music behind the lyrics, and if the music is off, no one wants to hear the song. Soften your voice when you want to be heard, and steady your heart when you want to be felt. And let us talk about the poison of gossip and small talk. Great minds discuss ideas, while average minds discuss people. If you want to level up your life, you must level up the topics of your conversations. Stop wasting your breath on things that do not build your future or inspire your soul. Be the person who brings light into a room rather than the one who sucks the energy out of it. Your eye contact is a bridge to another person's soul, so do not look away when things get real. Hold your. We have mastered the words, and we have mastered the tone, but now we must master the silence. Your body is a broadcasting station that never stops sending signals to the world. Long before you open your mouth, people have already decided if they should trust you or fear you. Most people walk through life with their shoulders slumped and their eyes fixed on the ground. They are telling the world that they are defeated before the battle has even begun. But a person of power understands that posture is the framework of the soul. Stand as if you are wearing an invisible crown and let your chest be open to the world. This is not about arrogance. It is about taking up the space that you were born to occupy. When you shrink yourself to make others comfortable, you are betraying your own potential. Watch your hands, because they're the tools of your transparency. Keep them visible and keep them calm, because hidden hands create hidden doubts. The way you move through a room should be like a slow river, steady, and unstoppable. Rushed movements are a sign of anxiety and a lack of control over your own time. The most powerful person in any room is often the one who moves the least. They do not need to fidget or look for a phone to hide their discomfort. They are comfortable in the stillness because they know their worth does not depend on being busy. Look people in the eyes, but do not stare like a predator. Look with the warmth of a mentor. Your eyes should reflect a mind that is at peace and a heart that is wide awake. Learn the power of the physical pause, the moment you stop moving to let a point sink in. When you speak, let your body reinforce your message instead of contradicting it. If you talk about strength, but your shoulders are weak, no one will believe your story. Your presence is an aura that you build every day through the way you treat yourself. If you do not respect your own body, how can you expect the world to respect your voice? The way you sit tea. Words can build a house, but only a story can make it a home. Most people speak to the mind, but if you want to be remembered, you must speak to the heart. We are not robots looking for data. We are humans looking for a connection. Think about the moments in your life that changed you forever. It wasn't a list of facts or a cold instruction. It was a story that made you feel something. The greatest power you have is the ability to share your struggle and your triumph. Do not be afraid to show your scars because your scars are the map of your strength. When you tell a story, do not just describe what happened, describe how it felt to be there. Speak about the cold nights, the heavy heart, and the moment the light finally broke through. People will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. A story is a bridge that allows someone else to walk in your shoes for a moment. It breaks down the walls of judgment and opens the doors of empathy. If you want to inspire someone, stop telling them what to do and start showing them who you are. Be vulnerable because vulnerability is not a weakness. It is the ultimate form of courage. It takes no effort to be fake, but it takes a warrior to be real in a world full of masks. When you share your truth, you give others the permission to do the same. Your voice can be the comfort that someone has been searching for their whole life. Every great leader was first a great storyteller because they knew how to paint a vision. They didn't just give orders, they gave people a reason to believe in a better tomorrow. Learn to find the beauty in the ordinary moments of your daily life. A simple conversation can become a masterpiece if you infuse it with genuine emotion. Stop rushing to the end of your sentences and let the feelings breathe in the air. The silence between your words is where the listener finds themselves. Your life is a book that is being written in real time with every breath you take. This is the final chapter of our journey, but the beginning of your new reality. We have talked about words and tone and body language and the stories that define us. But now it is time to face the mirror and ask yourself what you're going to do with this knowledge. Because understanding how to communicate is useless if you do not have the courage to speak up. The world is full of brilliant people who are invisible because they are too afraid to be heard. Do not let that be your story, and do not let your ideas die inside your own head. Real communication is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. Every great thing that has ever happened in human history started with a single conversation. Someone had the courage to say what they felt, and someone else had the heart to listen. You are now equipped with the tools to change your relationships, your career, and your destiny. But remember that mastery is not a destination. It is a daily practice of being better than yesterday. Be patient with yourself when you stumble, and be kind to yourself when you fail to find the right words. The most important thing is that you keep showing up and you keep staying authentic. The world does not need more polished speakers. It needs more honest hearts. It needs people who are brave enough to be vulnerable and strong enough to lead with kindness. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to say the things that need to be said. The perfect moment is right now while the blood is still pumping through your veins. Look at the people in your life and see them for who they truly are, not just what they can do for you. Build bridges of trust and tear down the walls of ego that have kept you isolated for so long. Your voice is a vibration that can heal the world if you choose to use it for good. Never underestimate the power of a single sentence to save someone's life or to ignite a revolution. As you move forward from this series, carry the silence with you as M. Listen to me very closely because this is the most important moment of our entire journey. Time is a silent thief, and right now is stealing the only thing you can never get back. You might feel like you have forever, but that is the greatest lie you will ever tell yourself. One day you will look back at this very moment, and I don't want you to look back with regret. I don't want you to sit in the shadows of the future saying, I wish I had listened. I don't want you to wonder what your life could have been if you had only found the courage to speak up. Regret is the heaviest burden a human heart can carry, and I want you to be free from it. Everything we have talked about in this series is not just information. It is a lifeline. But information without action is a waste of your potential and a waste of your life. If you walk away from this screen and do nothing, then these days were just a beautiful dream. Today is the day you decide that you are no longer going to settle for being invisible. Take these lessons and apply them to your work, your family, and your dreams starting right now. The clock is ticking and the world is moving forward with or without you. I want you to be the one who leads. I want you to be the one who wins. If you felt the truth in my words today, then do not let this connection end here. Join our community by clicking the subscribe button below so we can continue to build this legacy together. Your support is what keeps this fire burning, and I